Aho, Matakiyasin. Namaste, all my relations. I'm still memorizing. Actually, haven't even gotten to it, to be honest with you. Found it interesting yesterday. We climbed up and last night from the, today we came from the south, we came from the east yesterday. And here's this great, we're like, let's go climb to the top of this one. And here's this great big, like a portal, right? Okay, you can't make this up. So this morning we came in from the south, definitely feeling a lot more of a flow here. South for me represents the water and the flow and the growth and the nurturing and the heat of the sun. From the east, which when it rises and that fire begins and the day, it's the new beginnings. So not being, and here's a bone. Perfectly. Okay, not even broken. It's just a perfect little bone. Wow. Okay, so you can't make this stuff up. Boy, when I got here, it was a couple of days, just had to shuffle things off, so to speak. We will not walk away from the center of the circle with our backs to it. We always face it when we leave that space. I guess I have some medicines to bring up here. Interesting. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my gosh, yes. See, now I am really fully grounding. And coming into, yes. Yeah, it was like putting myself in a saucepan, so to speak, to get here. Being held over the fire and then getting here and going through a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions and just, it was the music and the El Sfagio frequencies. We're doing all 9 of them. And the tuning forks. Mystics of Healing, or it's Jonathan somebody that grandfather brother introduced me to, and that has helped me to get to that calm space in the center and be able to fall asleep and let my chest open and breathe all the anxiety and the fears and just, you're doing your best not to get encapsulated in them or to let them, sink you. And I don't care how great of a light worker or whom you are, we've all had to work through it and get to this space of, there really is only one creator, one God, one Shiva, Allah, Pele, Wonkin Tonkin, whatever you want to give this one energy, this energy that breathes us. I hear so much water is life, and I am not negating that. But it is our breath. And it is our breath that can take us to places. Our breath, we use the water, but we're still having to breathe. You can be taking a shower and still anxiously breathing. And yeah, you might feel some relief. And yes, we can go a day or two without water, but we cannot go more than a couple of minutes without our breath. Oh, air. Air is the essence of life. And my dad and his woman will share, we became breatharians for several months. We stopped being breatharians because we noticed that we were being insultive in a way to places we were going, and they would want to feed you, and we're only, of course they had to, I believe they drank water. I'll have to ask my dad on that one again. Mr. Kate Sitawag, Center Fire grandfather, and dad to many, and he's bridged 2 worlds. Actually, I call it 4 worlds. Because he was a bridge between the Silicon Valley, some call Washishu, and First Nations. And they bridged the AA and ceremony and sobered up a reservation, brought them back to ceremony up there in Canada. The program is still going today in all across Canada. And he's bridged the physical and the spiritual, and anyway, he's bridged many, many worlds. He's a bridge for many, many worlds. And he's been a bridge for me. And for that, I am very, very grateful. So anyway, back to following our breath. So yeah, it was an intense coming across the country. Brashini, the animal world, it showed itself to me, and the 2 times that I untethered and released some moles, some shrews. They call them shrews in the animal speak and different kingdoms, so to speak. And wow, it was really, really beautiful. It was intense. I could feel the freedom, the freeing in my shoulders, feeling like I wasn't carrying any weights anymore. And so this morning on our fire, let me back up. So there's that intensity, and I arrive here, the Airbnb. It's perfect. It's like camping, but I'm not in a campground. I have all the luxuries, so to speak. Don't have a microwave, don't have a stove, don't have an oven. It is definitely, I have a little coffee maker, like one of those little Keurig things, and I can get hot water. So, it's the ramen noodles and my protein shake from Grandfather Brother, my, what do they call that, kachava, and biscuits, vitamin type biscuits. I did that in India. It's part of me, It doesn't necessarily mean I'm eating a lot of fresh fruits or vegetables or any type of home cooking, but I've known some great mystics and people and wonderful, healthy folks that, they live and are grateful for whatever food they receive. I know one lady, she lived on Jell-O and Lucky Charms. That was her food sustenance. That was her food. So we can judge that all we want, but basically, eat what works for you. Be grateful for what you receive, and know that our bodies are made of that one creator and knows exactly how to process and pull all the nutrients that are necessary for our lives. And as long as we're feeding our life and our soul, our bodies with the good stuff, and that begins with our thoughts, which are picked up in the air. They come through our minds, through that dark void, so to speak. And the words that we choose to place from thoughts into our vibrations in our mouths, and we send that out, that is what we receive in our world. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands and gazillions and millions of thoughts out there. And it is our responsibility to choose them wisely as we are guided. Because, there's only the one life, and it is guiding each and every one of us. It's guiding our thoughts. Oh, and we're all a part of it. And yes, we co-create. So it begins with the air and the vibration, which actually creates the waters. And as Emoto had shared, we can alter water with our thoughts. So water is life here on this physical plane. But I beg to differ that life is that air, that vibration we place into the air, that we must breathe each breath. Oh my God, I just smelled a rose. Do it again. Like you're smelling a rose. And exhale. Like you're blowing a wish. Because that's what we're placing into this world as we share our words and vibrations, whether they come from the mind or the heart. So it is our responsibility to be mindful. I'm not sure if that was what I was wanting to share today, but apparently that is what came through, so that's what I needed to share today. I'm feeling pretty complete at this moment. Maybe. I guess that was my bone. Yeah, I was headed towards the fire, and the theme we have this week of happy thoughts, the power of harnessing happy thoughts, harnessing the power of happy thoughts, I think is how it was worded. Harnessing the power of happy thoughts. Well, I think I spoke to that. The stronger we believe in that, and we practice it, the more we prove it to ourselves. It's a discipline. It is definitely a discipline. Doing it over and over and over. 70 times 7, as Jesus had shared. He had to do it. We all get to do it. And that's how we change the world. That's how we harness peace and happy thoughts, not only for ourselves, but we keep doing it as we interact in our relationships. And it soon becomes our world, and then our circle connects with another circle, and another circle connects with another circle, because we're all part of the big circle. Absolutely. Oh, I am very, very grateful to be back out here in the desert. Warm temperatures. When the winds pick up, yeah, I was reminded of the dust in the air and how it can hurt the lungs and the sinus passages. I worked through that yesterday and the day before, reminding myself I didn't think the wind was up that much yesterday. But yeah, with the Santa Ana winds and the fires taking place on the other side of the state line or mountains, there's more in the air than you realize. And so landing here, yeah, went through all the different scenarios and possibilities and all kinds of crazy thoughts when it came to the election. I knew it was going to be the way that it took place. Deep down inside, I knew that. Humanity just has not really come together as one yet. And maybe, just like an alcoholic, you have to hit rock bottom, or a drug addict, or any kind of addiction, anything, we have to hit rock bottom before we really, really appreciate. And maybe that's part of the prophecy that, this shake, rattle, and roll continues to happen. It's not going to come from us, a particular party, or whatnot. Yes, we have quickened the Mother Earth and her temperature rising. However, stop to think about it. We're all puppets for the one creator. Just like these animals. We think we have this superpower. And yes, we do. We are all part of this superpower. But it's the superpower coming together that makes change. And I was watching this movie the day the earth stood still. And I was like, yep, that is what happened in each magnetic pole shift of the earth. They got to a certain point, could not make that crossover. That crossover took place, and yes, there were humans that survived, but they were living real close to the mother, listening to her. Real close to the mother, listening to her. And remembering that they are part of the earth, and the earth is the sustenance, not our government, not another person, so to speak, not a company, not money. The earth is our sustenance. The earth is what we're made of. The breath that we're given is from Creator. The waters are given by the earth. The fire is given by the earth and the spirit. The air doesn't, or the fire doesn't take place. Water doesn't take place. Earth itself doesn't take place without the air. Everything breathes. Everything is a part of that spirit. And so when you're connected with that, that's what gets us through as a humanity, as a species. Yes, dig into that mother. Feel her. Turn off all that other stuff for a little while. Listen to her. You'll hear a voice you've never heard before, or that has been speaking to you and you've been negating, and it will show you. It will guide you. Yeah, sometimes the thoughts are like absolutely berserko crazy. And you're thinking, what the hell am I doing? But there it is. It's a star. It's your star. It's how you navigate the world as you. And as everyone watches, people begin to observe. They're like, how'd you do that? And you can, oh my gosh, you can pass that little egg along. That was exactly what was coming through my mind. And you can pass that. Listen to your voice. It will guide you perfectly, because not a single one of us can tell anybody else how to live their life, who they are meant to be. None of us can. I don't care how enlightened you think you are. Jesus said, be still and you will know. Only you know who you are. Only you know what brings you that center fire and lights up your world and begins rippling out. Even if you're in a cave, there's ripples. You know, those monks that sit in the caves and chant and chant and chant and chant and chant. They do it because they cannot not do it. And those ripples go out. Oh, yes. Well, I guess that's our meditation walk rambling for today. And it felt so good for me to do. I needed to hear what I was saying. And so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like a wing at first. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, I guess that's what today brings. Hey, hey. And so it is. Blessed be. Peace, dignity, freedom equals love.